So we've gone through the safety bar in the previous video, and now we're going to start to talk through another squat variation within our arsenal, and this will be the front squat variation. Okay, so now we're using a barbell instead of the safety bar, and from the perspective of where we are now, we're going to start, Luke, on the floor. Now, because of where the load is placed, whether we're heel elevated or on the floor, there's a massive challenge now relative to the safety bar on the spine and the ability to keep that in an extended upright position. So Luke's now having to require a lot of strength to keep this bar locked and keep the spine in that stable position. So this is a relatively advanced movement. Sometimes you may opt for an underhand grip, but again, that's going to require a lot of mobility through the wrist, which most people don't have, okay? Now, from the floor, Luke's gonna slowly lower down to the movement and pause at the bottom, just like the safety bar. We're thinking about positioning of the heels in a stable place, external rotation, only lowering to the degree of hip flexion he has available, so the spine and the pelvis is not tucking under and flexing, and then driving hard through the floor, pushing through. Because of the nature of the load now, we create a bigger moment arm to the knee, and we create more challenge to the quad. So slowly come down, Luke. Even on the feet on the floor variation, this is still quite hip dominant because of Luke's mechanics, but we are still creating a bigger challenge to the quad. Now, if Luke shuffles back a little bit, now just like the safety bar, we now remove the big challenge at the ankle, remove the big challenge at the hip, and now we're creating an even bigger moment arm to the knee, more knee flexion, less tension and stress on the spine because the torso is now in a more upright position. And this is a pretty darn good challenge for the quads themselves. Yes, it is a very advanced exercise. It's going to require a lot more strength and stability through the spine, but a very effective challenge for the quad itself.